Joe Biden has bowed out from the US presidential race and thrown his weight behind his Vice President Kamala Harris. This has put the spotlight on the 3,896 delegates who have the keys to the Democratic Party's nominee for the November elections. Biden's endorsement has raised a lot of questions. Can he transfer the delegates to Harris? Well, are the delegates free to choose any candidate? Can Biden decide Democratic Party's presidential nominee? News 9 Plus decodes. Biden may have endorsed Vice-President Kamala Harris to be the Democratic presidential nominee. But it's the delegates who decide the Democratic Party's nomination, and there is no automatic system to transfer them. There's a section in Democratic National Convention rules which state that delegates shall, and I quote here, in all good conscience reflect the sentiments of those who elect them, end quote. Well, the sentiment is what counts at the end, and that is a grey area that could see a potential new contender to Harris. Can Democrats afford to wait till August 19th convention for a nominee? The window for campaigning will get drastically reduced for the Democratic candidate as Trump will have an upper hand going into the elections. Biden's endorsement has weight but no formal bearing on the process. This means that the party has to finalize the candidate before the convention, or it could lead to a chaos as candidates could vie for delegates during the big ticket event. What are the options to finalize the Democratic ticket for the presidential polls? There are two options to decide the presidential nominee. One is a virtual vote that would lock in a new nominee by early August. It is not a typical process and was set up to confirm Biden as the nominee before Ohio State's ballot deadline, which falls before the convention date. Well, even if this process is cancelled, the party could agree on Harris or any other candidate so that it is endorsed technically during the convention. The second option is more competitive, and the Democrats could have the first open and contested convention since 1968. Each candidate would need the signatures of at least 300 delegates, and no more than 50 can come from any one state. Soon, the first roll call vote would occur. So if a candidate were to get a majority of delegate votes on the first ballot, that person would become the nominee. But if no one has a majority, a second vote would take place then. The party leaders will definitely try to avoid high drama in the convention and prefer to conduct in a controlled environment. In that scenario, Kamala Harris seems to be the front runner.